In this video, you'll learn how to configure settings that affect prime contract processing. First, I'll go to Settings, Company Settings, and click Numbering. Under Contracts and Changes, note that I can select how prime contracts are auto-numbered. I can use a 3, 5, or 7-digit number format. And I can choose to include the project number or not. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that if you're integrating with an accounting system such as Sage Intacct Construction, that system might have a character limit for the prime contract number. If you include the job number, you might end up with a prime contract number that's too long for the accounting system, so be sure to check on that before you set this option. Notice that I have numbering options for several other areas of contract administration. We'll return to this page in each lesson where we discuss the areas of the system you see here. The payment terms and taxation settings come into play when you set up prime contract invoices, so we'll talk about them when we address those topics. For now, just be aware that these are areas you can configure. Under Feature Settings, Contract Administration, the option Do Not Allow Prime Contract or Change Order items to be modified after prime invoices have been created. Safeguards you from over-invoicing the project owner after the first prime invoice has been issued. We recommend that you leave this checkbox selected. If you ever need to make a change to prime contracts or change orders after invoicing them, you can clear this checkbox while you make the modifications, and then return to Settings to select it again as soon as you finish. The option Include Pending Transactions in Previous Calculations determines whether pending change orders are included in the financial summary. If you select this option, pending amounts will be included. Leave it cleared if you want to see only approved change order amounts. Prime Contract Cost Plus Invoice. Import sub-invoice gross totals. Lets you include or exclude retainage. If this checkbox is selected, the full amount of the sub-invoice is shown. If it's cleared, the amount minus retainage is shown. In the next section, you'll see the prime contract, cost plus invoice item import formats. These formats apply to cost plus contracts, with or without guaranteed maximum price. We'll talk about these settings in the lesson on prime contract invoices. Finally, let's go to Templates and Reports and look at Scope templates. You'll recall that I imported the scope, inclusions, exclusions, and clarifications to my prime contract invoices. The standard text for those fields can be stored here, and you can store multiple versions if you have different standard scopes that you use on projects. For each contract, you'd import the appropriate scope, and you can modify the language to fit the specific project as needed. In this video, you learned about the settings that affect prime contract processing.